All right, but let's go to the team of the moment, Rob, and that, of course, is the L.A. Lakers. And we talked about in the first hour who's to blame. You say LeBron. I spread it around a bit. But Russell Westbrook and Anthony Davis, Rob, talked after the game, of course. And they both talked about wanting to run it back. Here's Westbrook.
Russ, even though we're in game 79, you add up the games that you, Anthony, and LeBron were able to play together, it's only 21.
Yeah.
Do you want a chance to grow that number next season and see what this group could do with health?
Yeah, I mean, that's the plan, but nothing is promised. You kind of got to take one day at a time each day. And like I said all season long, you got to play the cards you dealt. Yes, we want to be able to see what that looks like, what that entails over the course of it, 82-game season. But we're not sure if that's guaranteed either. So, I just hope that we have a chance to be able to do so in the future.
Rob, he said what he should have said. He said the right thing.
Right, he said the right thing, but right.
But if I'm the Lakers, and let me say this first. They were 11-10 with the big three, if you will, on the floor together. Their net rating was negative 3.5. Rob, that was worse than the entire team's. Like, their net rating overall was like negative 3.1. So it actually was worse with their superstars on the floor than it was just overall. And that speaks to what we said from the get-go. It's not a fit. It's not a fit.
It's not a fit this year, Chris. It won't be a fit next year.
Right.
So let it go. Stop. No, It wasn't just about the injury and they didn't. No, it wasn't. You mean to tell me Westbrook and LeBron on a court together? Chris, you can't win back-to-back games for 3 months? Something's wrong. Come on. Westbrook and LeBron? What am I missing?
And look, if I'm the Lakers, and I said it earlier, right? It's hard to blame. Yeah, you look at Westbrook's, the way he's played, and you could certainly blame him for that. But he is who he is. It's like me bringing in DeAndre Wilder and then blaming him because he can't box. He's a slugger. He's a knockout artist. He's not going to jab you and stick and move and bob and weave and, have great defense and all that. He is who he is. And Russell Westbrook is who he is. He tried. I'm not trying to absolve him of blame. I'm just saying he can only play the way he plays. Everybody's not built to be, a versatile player, Rob. Westbrook is an athletic wonderkind. He's a ball of energy, and that's his strength. He doesn't shoot it well enough or pass it well enough that when his athleticism goes, he's going to be done. He's going to be done.
Like he just, quick fast, right?
Right. He just doesn't have the skills to play without the tremendous athleticism or even to adjust and be a role player.
Let me ask you this. Of all the things with West, forget about the shooting. What is the Miss Bunnies around the basket this year? Can you put a handle on that? Am I wrong or not that you've seen way too many point blank?
You're right.
Right? Point blank at the basket.
The only thing only couple of things, and I don't know, but the only things that come to mind are
I'm asking you to just give me a thought on it.
One, I'd say he was in positions where he wasn't comfortable. So he was getting to the bucket in ways that he's not used to doing, whether it was a back cut, catching a backdoor pass. Usually he's driving, and obviously he drove as well and missed some layups. But that's one thing that comes to mind. Two is pressing, right? As much as he tried to be cool and this is, this ain't nothing to me. This just basketball. I got a great family. I got a great life. I'm home in L.A. He's human. And if he paid any attention at all to the world of the NBA, social media, television, what was being said about him, it had to bother him And he may have pressed because of it, Rob. And then he's just not playing his game and he's thinking too much. And so when you're thinking too much, sometimes you even fail at things you usually do naturally. So those are the only two things I can think of, Rob.
It was mind-boggling that a talented player like that just couldn't make even those shots. Like those killed the Lakers point blank. I mean, I don't know how many times you're just like, how did you miss that?
Right.
How did that get blocked? What was that?
Yeah, with the Lakers though, Rob, their mentality has got to be, we're getting rid of Russ at all costs. At all costs. I mean, real talk. Like, they've got to trade Russell Westbrook. I don't care if it's pennies on the dollar.
Right.
Hey, you just can't, like you just said it. You can't bring this back. It is not going to work. Not in 2022, not in 2023, not in 2073. They are not going to work together, so you've got to pull the trigger. Now, can you look, I think Rob, how long we been saying Westbrook couldn't be traded? And then he's traded to Houston.
Yeah.
Right.
No,
and then he's traded to Washington.
I'm with
and then
you.
He's traded to the Lakers.
He could be traded. He could be traded. I'm with you.
He's making $47 million next year.
Somebody wants that slot, Chris, his salary slot, and somebody might say, we'll take it. We'll take a buyout, or we'll try to sell some tickets around him, come see him get a triple-double, whatever it is, for a year, and then we'll take the slot. I mean, I don't think he's untradeable. I think he is tradable.
Like a team like Indiana, which is surprisingly disappointing this year.
Yeah,
they traded Sabonis. Now, I know they didn't give Sabonis away. They got some good players in return. But do they, I don't know, because it could mess with some
Sacramento
of the
Kings,
development
Chris,
of some of their players.
I'm just throwing out a name.
They're a mess, but you're right. I mean, where are they going? They got some nice young players. See, and that's where Sacramento's a prime example, Rob, of where, and I get it, you're either selling wins or you're selling hope, right? That's what you're selling. Wins, we're a contender, or hope. We got a bunch of draft picks and some lottery picks coming up, and we're going to make it happen with these young boys. Eventually. They're going to blossom in the stars, and we're going to be good, right? Well, Sacramento been trying to sell that hope for a decade. And they keep getting lottery picks, and it's not panning out. So maybe. Thing is, they're not really a free agent destination, right? But money talks. I don't know. If they got money, they could maybe go get somebody. But yeah, Rob, I'm not saying it's going to be easy, but that's why Rob Pelinka's not doing this for fun. Rob Pelinka is not doing this for a pat on the back or on the head from Kurt Rambis or Jeannie Buss. He's getting paid handsomely for this.
Right.
So go out and find a trade.
So do you think, I mean, give me your percentage of Russ coming back next year. Russ coming back next year. What's your percentage?
1% or below?
I say zero.
Yeah, you can't. You can't.
I say zero. I'm with you. It can't be done. You can't sell it again to people. You can't, Chris. You can't.
No.
Laker fans won't be happy. People will be like, no, this what is this? We saw this movie. We know how it ends. Right. And you could say, well, Anthony Davis will be healthy this year. He'll get another. Dude, no. I don't buy it. I don't think it works.
And Rob, and they won't admit it publicly, of course, and wisely, but team morale would probably be low.
Yep.
Let's keep it real. You think LeBron would be excited about it? And I seen his Instagram with photos of him and Russ and AD hanging out. So I guess they're friends.
Right.
But you think LeBron would be excited to come back?
Can you imagine?
You think AD?
Right. Year 20, and then, Chris, another wasted year. What if it goes awry early? Can you imagine?
Oh, yeah. I mean, yeah. So I don't know. Rob, like I said, even if it's pennies on the dollar, you just got to get rid of Russell Westbrook because it's not a fit like we all saw early.